Welcome to Math with Professor V. This is video lecture for section 1.2, plotting in the Cartesian plane on the series Bridging the Gap from Precalculus to Calculus. Now, the Cartesian plane, commonly referred to as the XY plane, has the following components. It is broken up into 4 quadrants by the x-axis. The x-axis is a horizontal line, and the y-axis, which is a vertical line. Where they intersect, we call the origin. It has the coordinates 0, 0. To describe a point in the xy plane, we use an ordered pair. It goes in alphabetical order, x first, then y second. To the right, the values get larger in the x direction. To the left, they get smaller. They're negative. Same thing. Moving up in the y direction, the values get larger, positive. Moving down, they get smaller, more negative. We start here, this is quadrant 1, where everybody's positive, and then counterclockwise. So quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, where everybody's negative, and quadrant 4. Here's some points. 2, 1. Notice we moved 2 units in the x direction, 1 unit in the y direction. Negative 2, 1. You move 2 units negative x direction, up 1 in the y direction. Both of these are negative. Negative, negative. X is positive, y is negative. X is positive, y is negative. Okay, good. Hopefully this is not the first time you've seen it, but if it is, it's standard, so don't worry. Now, when you have a linear equation, like we looked at in the previous lesson, in the form ax plus by equals c, notice this time we have 2 variables going on, the graph will be a straight line. And this form is referred to as general or standard form. Depends on the book. Any straight line can be drawn by finding 2 points on that line. So 2 points uniquely define a line. There's a few different ways that you can go about graphing a line. In this lesson, we're just going to pick any value of x or y to plug in and then solve for the other variable. And we do that twice for each of them. Once you have 2 points or 2 ordered pairs, then boom, you can draw your line. Okay, so here, let's use that method to graph 2x plus y equals 2. Now, if you already know a little bit more about lines, you know about a thing called slope or y-intercept and this and that, then you probably know a maybe faster way to graph a line. We're getting there. This is just the introduction, so I'm going to show a different way to do it, okay? So what we're going to do is just pick whatever value you want for either x or y. It really doesn't matter. And we're going to do it twice to get 2 ordered pairs that are on this line. I know it's going to be a line because it's a linear equation. I have x to the first and y to the first. Pick something that sounds fun. I'm going to pick x is 1. Then I have 2 times 1 plus y equals 2. That means 2 plus y is 2. Subtracting 2 from both sides, I get y is 0. So now what do I do with this information? I plugged in 1 for x and I got y was 0, which means the ordered pair 1, 0 is on the line. Oh, good. Okay, I just have to do it one more time. If I have 2 points, I can draw the line. So now let's try x is 0. So 2 times 0 plus y is 2. So that's just going to be 0 plus y, so y is 2. So this time I plugged in 0 for x. I got that y was 2. So I have the ordered pair 0, 2 on the line. Now we graph. Yep, we sure do. So here I'm going to draw the Cartesian plane, x-axis, y-axis, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me copy this for later so I don't have to keep drawing it. Okay, so we've got these 2 points here. 1, 0, and the other point, 0, 2. These are actually the x and y intercepts, but we'll talk about that later. And draw your line. That's it. See, all you needed is 2 points. If you got a third, that could be used as a check to make sure you didn't mess up, because it should also lie on the same line if you get a third point. If it's out here, if it's a floater, then you know somebody's wrong, right? So if you don't trust yourself, maybe get a third. Okay, now in general form, if A or B are 0, then one of the variables disappears from the equation, giving either the line x equals a constant, which would be a vertical line, this is alpha, or y equals beta, which would be a horizontal line. So sketch each of these lines described using the methods of this section. So I'm going to do it all the same way with plugging points. So here's what's going on. Oh no, there's no x here. That's okay. That means x can be whatever we want it to be. As long as y is equal to 3, that will satisfy this equation. So I'm going to say let x be 1. Then the y coordinate has to be 3. That's a point on the line. Let x be, pick something else. How about 0? Then y has to be 3. Let's do a third one for good measure. Let x be -5. Then y has to be 3. Yep, that's literally all you do. 2 would have been enough, but look at us. Okay, so we've got 1, 3. Let me go up to 3. So 1, 3 is here. 0, 3 is here. -5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's -5, 3, that's right here. Oh, yep, can you see? It's a horizontal line. Okay, because x can be anything, any real number. So long as y is 3, we have satisfied the equation. Okay, let's try another one here. 3 times x plus y equals 2x minus 3. So again, pick whatever you want for whichever variable you feel like, and then solve for the other. And we have to do that twice. I'm just going to go in, let me let x equal 0. I like picking things that are going to be pretty easy. So 3 times 0 plus y equals 2 times 0 minus 3. 3 times 0 plus y, that's 3y equals -3, so y is -1. So that means I have the ordered pair 0, -1 on my line. That's 1 point. Okay, do it again. Let's just let y be 0. That sounds nice. So 3 times x plus 0 equals 2x minus 3. So 3x equals 2x minus 3. That means x is -3. So now I have the point -3, 0. Okay, perfect. With those 2 points, we can draw our line. So 0, -1, that's right here. And then -3, 0, that's here. And away we go. Don't forget to put arrows on the endpoints to show that the line extends forever. It's incorrect if you don't. Okay, next one, x equals -3. So don't let it freak you out. Y is missing, which means y can be whatever you want. Oh, so long as x is -3, y could be 0, y could be 1, y could be 2, it doesn't matter. So here we go. Let's plot those points that we have there. -3, 0, -3, 2. You could do another one. I don't need it. It's a vertical line. Boom. X is -3. Okay. Next one. 4x plus y equals y minus 4. So let's try substituting in x is 0. So 4 times 0 plus y equals y minus 4. So y equals y minus 4. Uh-oh, if I subtract y from both sides, I get 0 equals -4. So there's no solution here. What does that mean? That means we shouldn't have plugged in x is 0. Let's try something else. Let's try y is 0. So 4x plus 0 equals 0 minus 4. So then I get 4x is -4, which means x is -1. Okay, so then now I do have a point, -1, 0. Let me highlight that so we don't forget about it. Let's try something else. Let's try y equals 1. So 4x plus 1 equals 1 minus 4. So 4x plus 1 equals -3. Moving the 1, 4x is -4. Oh, I get again x is -1. How funky. -1, 1. Okay. Hopefully you notice, had we cleaned up the equation from the very get-go, it would have simplified to just x is -1. Oh, So then that's going to be a vertical line. X is -1. We could plot the points. We have -1, 0, -1, 1. Boom. That's not exactly where I want it. Move you. Perfect. Yes. Okay. Here's another. 6y minus 4x is 0. Let's substitute in 0 for y. So 6 times 0 minus 4x is 0. That's negative 4x is 0. X is 0. So then 0, 0 is a point on the line. Plug in something else. Let's do x is 3. 6y minus 4 times 3 is 0. So that's 12. So 6y is 12. So y is 2. Then we have the ordered pair 3, 2. So these are 2 points that are going to be on the line. Let's plot it. So we've got 0, 0, and then 3, 2, over 3, up 2. And this guy goes through the origin. Ooh. Don't forget the arrows. Good. Okay, next one. Whew. 3/4 x plus 3/5 y equals 1. Okay, plug in whatever your heart desires for whichever variable. Let me start. I'll plug in x equals 4. I picked 4 because then the fraction would go away. Do you know what I mean? So 3/4 times 4 plus 3/5 y equals 1. Then I get 3 plus 3/5 y equals 1. And then to save time, this is y equals negative 10/3. So we have the point 4, negative 10/3. Don't do decimals. No one asked for them. And then let me try another number, something nice. How about x is 0? 3/4 times 0 plus 3/5 y equals 1. So then we have 3/5 y is 1. So y is 5/3. So then I have another point, 0, 5/3. Now let's plot those. Now it's going to get a little sticky, right? 4 in the x direction, negative 10/3. So you need to know that's about, negative 3 1/3. Not about, it is. So go 4 in the x direction, down 3, and a wee bit more in the y direction. So I'm saying this is 4 and negative 10/3. I'm eyeballing. I'm not stressing, guys. Okay, no one needs you to stress about this. And then 0, 5/3. Well, that's 1/3 short of 6/3. So just a little bit less than 2. Yeah? You just go, that looks right. That sounds good. Okay, let me get rid of this. It's making a mess. And you just connect them and you say, no, that was no good. Was that better? Yeah. You can just make the points a little larger. That way it really just solidifies things. We love it. If you were nervous, if the fractions were freaking you out, you do another one and make sure they all line up, okay? That's the built-in check. Okay, great. That concludes the lesson. Don't worry, we won't be graphing lines this way exclusively. We'll learn another way soon. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, Math with Professor V.